Hi. So now that you've finished the first two parts of the course, you've created your EC2 instance, we've set up the IAM user, so we have a Terraform user, we've downloaded our keys, and now the next step is to set up our server. So this server that we're going to use is going to be called our control node, and from here we're going to be running Packer and Terraform, we're going to be logging into servers, we're going to be running Ansible, so we need some tools on this server to let us do that. So in this section, what I've done is I've actually created a GitHub repo that's going to get filled up as I go through the course. So depending on when you find this course, maybe it's already completely filled. If you're kind of on your journey, then there may just be a couple of chapters here at the moment, which is what the case is now. So if we have a quick look here, so github.com/dmccuk/devops_tools_course, and that will take you to this page. So here's just a quick update where to find the YouTube channel. The course is going to cover these tools and we're going to get them all working together. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and then here are the different chapters. So I haven't actually created all these, so these may change. The first two have been created. So you can see here, if you click on the first link, it takes you where we have an advert. We just get past the advert and then we can see the video. And we can see here that we're going through the process. So if you haven't done that already, go back and do that video. Let's kill that. And then depending on where you are on the course, you can come straight here and just click on the link and it will show you the latest video. Okay, so the one thing that we're going to do now is we're going to set up the server. So I've got this setup_server.md, so it's just a markdown document, and it tells us what we're going to do. So there's not too much here. We're going to upgrade the operating system. We're then going to add the Ansible repo. We're going to install some packages, including Ansible, wget, this list here, unzip, AWS CLI, pip, and then we're going to run some commands that's going to actually do the update, create an SSH key, and then we're going to test out that we can actually connect to AWS as well with our key. Right, so here we go. So you can literally cut and paste all of this into your VM. So log into your VM. You know, if you need to log in or you've restarted it, you can select it, come up here to connect, click on SSH client, and then that is all you need. You just need to be in the right directory for your key file. So let's go back to instances. And again, if you have any questions, just drop me a note in the messages. I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. If you see an issue in the GitHub, then just let me know, and you can even create a pull request, fix it, and then push it back, and I'll have a look at it. Okay, so we're just going to, first thing we're going to do is add another repo. So this is adding the Ansible repo. So let it run, it just adds it, doesn't take very long. And then what we do is we run the update command. So you obviously need a server, and if you followed the first two courses, and we've got root access on this box, so we can run sudo commands. Okay, next is just to do the update. So this looks back at all the repos, make sure that they're kind of working, and then it says, right, there's some updates. Now we're going to do an upgrade. So this is going to update the operating system and any other packages that are on there, as long as there is an upgrade. That'll just go through and take a second. I'm going to do it real time, so just let it whiz along. If you need to skip, then fair enough, skip, or you might miss some of my lovely banter. Okay, and once that has run, we're going to install wget curl git ansible unzip git AWS CLI and pip. So if you're unfamiliar with some of these apt, well, that's part of the command. Wget is a package where you can pull down remote files from remote locations, be it web servers, tarballs from servers, anything like that, as long as you've got access. Curl is a way of displaying what is on a web page. It's got a few other things as well. You can pull down like scripts and run them. Git, that you need to, we're going to be cloning repos, so we need to have Git installed. Ansible, we're going to be creating some Ansible playbooks that are going to create us a load balanced web server, as well as doing some Ansible CLI as well. So we need Ansible, unzip. Sometimes the tarballs we download are in a .zip format, so we just need to run unzip to explode them into the directory. And AWS CLI. AWS CLI is the Ansible. It's the AWS sort of package. It lets us run AWS commands against our Amazon Web Services, so we can create resources and all that sort of stuff. And we're going to use that to test to make sure that our key is working. And then pip is like another repo of lots of pip packages. and there's things like Boto free we might need. There's other pip packages that we might potentially want to run, and then so as long as we've got it, we can just pull them down. So that's what we're going to do. Checking the updates. The update's finished. So now let's install these individual packages. That'll run. And then from here, we're going to create an SSH key, give it the correct options and the right permissions. And then we'll be able to, when we create other servers as part of the course, we'll be able to use this key and connect to the other servers. I think actually the way I've got set up is that Terraform will take our key and then pass the public key out to the servers we're going to build, so we'll have SSH connectivity straight away. Okay, that's running, 25%. So it installs the packages and all of their prereqs as well. So it may only have a list of 8, but it's probably going to be downloading more like 50, because a lot of the packages have software that is required to run them. Okay, you can see here there's quite a long list. So it's Ansible 5.7.1, that's good. So that's a reasonably late-ish edition, which is good. So we should have all of the options available. Okay, 90%. So while you're waiting for that, if you can dig out your downloaded AWS access and secret key, we're going to need that in a moment. So let me find mine. Okay, so off screen I've got mine ready to go. 97%, almost there. So just a reminder, this access and secret key, never ever give out the secret key. Don't put it into GitHub, because people are trolling through looking for this information. I did make the mistake once of doing that myself, and somebody kindly said, I think you might have made a mistake, delete your keys, take them out of your Git repo, that's what I did. So there's people good and bad on there. So the next step is just to set up our SSH key. That's it. So you can see it, if you do .ssh, you can see you've got my key.pub. And now we're just going to do a clean of the repos. And then AWS configure. This is where we need your AWS access and secret key. So what this does is this sets up in your home user account the access key and the secret key, so that it becomes like almost like an environment variable where Packer and Terraform will look in this location, and if it's there, you won't have to give it any environment variables or program it into the code. It will just be there and it will work. So the AWS access key, so I'll grab mine. I will be blanking this out, and then the secret access key, never ever share this with anyone. And then default region, I'm going to leave it blank because I'm going to let Terraform take care of that for me when we get to it. Default output format, I'm going to say none again, just going to take the default. Right, so I'm just going to clear my screen. Okay, so that's gone. So now this AWS STS get caller identity, what this does is it's like a callback that the AWS command can make, and it will just check. We can use this to just check that we've got connectivity. So if there was something wrong with our key and it broke and it wasn't working, we wouldn't see this response. There we go. So that is exactly the thing that you want to see. If I quickly break it, let me break it. We give it a new key. That is absolute rubbish. And I'm going to run the same command, so AWS STS get caller identity. An error occurred straight away. So set your values correct. So that's correct. Let me just put it back in again. Another screen. And then I'll run it again. Now it's working again. Okay, so you get the idea. So now we have a server that's got all the software that we need. We've tested out AWS, the fact we've got connectivity to AWS when we're about to install Packer, and when we install Terraform, we know that the chances are that that's going to be absolutely fine and it will work for us. Okay, brilliant. That's all I wanted to show you. Come back in the next video and we'll be doing the Packer installation. Okay, thanks very much. I'll see you then.